dig up a past I swore would stay buried.
You will always be a monster.
Ares! I have nothing more to hide.
The ghost of Sparta had been born.
Have you ever wondered what happened to Hildisvini? Why was he stuck as a boar in the God of War 2018 game? How did he eventually shift back to his human form in Ragnarok? What kind of creature even is Hildisvini, and why can he shapeshift into all manner of animals according to Freya? Let's find out. But before we do that, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more content like this. To try and crack this case, I delved into who Hildisvini was in Norse mythology. And typically, there wasn't a lot about his character in the original source material. The story of Hildisvini appears in Hildiljóð, an Old Norse poem found in Flateyjar book, but often considered a part of the Poetic Edda. In the poem, Freya is searching for the ancestry of her protege, Ottar. Freya rides on her boar Hildisvini, who is in fact Ottar in disguise. They meet Hintla, who is a seeress. Freya succeeds in forcing Hintla to tell Ottar about his ancestors, and that's it. The poem doesn't tell us much else about who Hildisvini really is, or if he can even shapeshift at all, but it does confirm that he was a boar. Okay then, if the original source material won't be much help to us, let's go back to the God of War 2018 game when we first learned the boar's name.
How is he?
He needs rest, but I think he's out of danger.
Does he have a name?
Hildisvini. He's been a good friend for a long time.
I've never seen a boar like him. You said he was the last in the realm?
The last in this realm. He's from somewhere else entirely. Back home he could take any form he liked, but since he came here he's been stuck.
Stuck as a boar?
Stuck in his mind. His own true nature grows faint in his memory, like a dream, while the illusion feels more real every passing day.
I'm not sure I understand.
To live. Simply to live in your physical form, day after day. It's hard to resist believing you are your form. In youth, he might have had the strength to rebel, but Hildisvini is very, very old. Without me to remind him of home, of himself, I fear the boar is all that will remain.
Well, I hope he finds his way home.
Thank you, child. I do too.
The clip here actually provides us with some important details. We learn here that Hildisvini is not the first of his kind, that he's from a realm different from that of Midgard. In that said realm, Hildisvini could shapeshift into any animal he desires, which makes sense since, as Freya explains in Ragnarok, magic is tied to the land it comes from.
Brother, I've been meaning to ask. Your homeland. I'd heard the gods there wielded every flavor of power you could imagine. Lightning, fire, the whole lot.
As did I, for many years.
Whoa. Any chance you could recall some of that magic?
No, I have tried.
Magic is bound to the earth. When your homeland died, your powers probably went with it.
Well, probably for the best. Let the past stay in the past and all that.
We also learn that Hildisvini is very old, and that he's stuck in his boar form as he slowly forgets who he really is. The reason for this is Hildisvini seems to be lost in his head, convinced that he is just a boar rather than what he truly is. And this is because Hildisvini has been simply living as a boar in a setting that is unfamiliar to him, where his powers are not as strong as they can be. Like Freya says, perhaps if Hildisvini was younger, he might have had the capability to shift back to his proper form and not forget who he is despite where he was. But speaking of where Hildisvini is, where is he from? And what kind of shape-shifting creature is he? this is actually revealed in God of War Ragnarok during a conversation with Freya and Kratos. Listen to this.
Freya, when Hildisvini went to Helheim, how did he not freeze to death?
A perk of the Yojar.
The boar-shifting warriors of Vanaheim, as wise in statecraft as they are deadly on the battlefield.
So they may shift into whatever form they like.
Sure, so long as the only two shapes they'd like to shift into are human and boar.
So there you have it. Hildisvini is a Yojar, a boar-shifting warrior of Vanaheim. But wait, here Mimir says that the Yojars can only shapeshift into human and boar forms, whereas Freya claims that Yojars can shapeshift into whatever animals they want in Vanaheim. So which one is it? It's both. Hear me out. Mimir must have seen the Yojars only when they were outside of Vanaheim, so he must have only seen the warriors shapeshift back and forth from and into boar and human forms. Whereas, if they were in Vanaheim, where the Yojars are at their strongest, since again they are within the land that the source of their magic originates from, they may have the power to shapeshift into whatever they want. There you have it. Case closed. If you have any questions or still unsure about anything, leave a comment below, and I'll make sure to get back to you eventually. But until then, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more content like this, so keep an eye out.
Just like inside their shrine. If I do this,
Fate only binds you if you let it. Do what is necessary. Not because it is written.
Elsa!
Good choice, lad.
They have a gift for us. A way to call them anytime we need them.